Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to change the MAF sensor on a Land Rover. The reason why is because I have a little bit of problems with the engine warning lights. It needs to be changed, and looking at the codes, it could be actually the MAF sensor. I'll start cleaning it first and then I'll change it afterwards, and then we'll take it from there. Let's go ahead and open it and see how it looks inside. Well, this is how the Land Rover engine compartment looks like, and everything is in plastic nowadays, as you can see. The MAF sensor itself is actually sitting right here, and I'll just need a screwdriver basically and take it off, and then we'll go ahead and let it come out. I have a new one that I'll put in as well, but I'll also show you how to clean the old one that comes out. So for the purpose, I see mine has been changed before, so somebody put in a different screw. That doesn't matter, but you would need tools to change this MAF sensor or clean it. A torque screw, which is a TX 20, size 20, and there should be two of those in there normally, but I can see mine has been changed with a different screw, so I'm going to have to use a Phillips screwdriver as well. So let's go ahead and start it off. All power is off the car to start with, and that's where you start. Then you just nice and dandy take the plug off, check the connections inside, make sure that it's clean and everything else. It should be. And then you just kind of nice and dandy take this MAF sensor out, and you should be ready in a few minutes. So here we go. You got the first one loose, take the next one. Make sure you don't touch, there's a thread inside of it, and that's actually what gets the power. And with the air that passes by, that's how the engine control unit can actually measure how much fuel it's going to need for the correct mixture. So make sure when you take it out, you do it very cautiously. And then you can see how it looks like here. There's a small thread right there, and that is actually what you need to clean. So whenever you have these up, make sure you clean it, and make sure you use the right cleaner as well. In this case, I'll use the mass airflow cleaner. It's more or less an ether based detergent and cleaner that's going to evaporate very fast, and that will work absolutely perfect. So I'm just going to clean it nice and dandy, and that should be taking care of some of those codes that's in there. Make sure you let it dry out before you actually put it back in again, and then you should be ready within the next few minutes. If it does not work, we got a new MAF sensor here, so that's just going to be put in here instead. Make sure it all seals up in the hole and everything else, and once that's in, you should be able to go in and clear your codes, and then you're actually on the way, and you should be rid of all the engine warning light. What will happen can be different things. My engine warning light came up with two rich, basically bank 1 and bank 2 on both sides. That means it's common on both sides of the engine. It is a V8 in this case, and that's why I'm changing this one now. They do die once in a while. They can also give you a rough idle, running rough and so forth as well. So it could be a lot of other things and issues that comes up when this thing is malfunctioning. So try to clean it first. If it works, then it's absolutely perfect. Now I'm just looking at it, just cleaning a little bit more to make sure everything is completely clean, and then it should be ready to be put in. I'm not going to use the car for the next 10 minutes, so I'm not nervous to put it in right now. Make sure you check the O-ring as well, that is actually sealed up and you have no residue around it, and then you should be ready to put it back into its place, in case you want to avoid to change a MAF sensor first. I have the MAF sensor here, and then it's just to do the same thing in reverse order. Basically start with the screws, and then after that you put in the plug, and you should be ready to go. Once you have all the stuff installed and it's sealed up and you don't have any leaks, just make sure there's no leaks also on the intake, because they'll also create other malfunction codes for your computer. It's very sensitive, especially on Land Rover. It can see everything from the oil filler cap, a leak on there, to whatever, so it will come up with different ways of doing that. Now once you have this in and it's tight, make sure you get your plug back in place. Once the plug is back in place, you're actually ready to go. That's how you change the MAF sensor, and I hope that helped you a little bit, guys, and will take care of your problems when you're out there. It's an easy fix, and it doesn't cost much, about less than $100 bucks, probably about 50, and at least you'll have the right mixture and you'll get some better fuel mileage and also a better running engine. Thanks for watching. You can always like and subscribe and help me out with that as well, and then I'll come back with some other video within so long. See you soon. So now I'm test driving the new changed MAF sensor. All my codes in the instrument panel are gone. So far it runs really nice. I got a good mileage, I guess. We'll see within the next maybe day or two. At that time I'll actually be able to tell you quite precisely how much is actually meant. But I am expecting a little bit of better fuel mileage economy on this after that. So all in all, this has been actually great. It works, so I cannot complain at all. As you can see here, all the engine warning lights are actually gone. Everything is fine and it's running absolutely perfect. I'm doing 16.5 miles right now per gallon, but that's actually running inside the city and with a lot of stops and so forth, and sitting queue and traffic jams and whatever. So I'm expecting to get a little bit higher up. We'll see here with the next day or two, and that should be the conclusion that it is worth actually changing the MAF sensor once in a while.